Welcome back my dronies, Shimetsu here, and today I'm bringing you something fun and surprisingly powerful, which is a Chongyun Shatterbloom team. This team focuses on generating as many Dendro cores as possible, since they will be our main source of damage. At the same time, we will be triggering some shatter reactions that will serve as extra damage. In order to do that, we're using Loma, Nahida and Yelan, a strong trio for Dendro core generation. Thanks to the pretty high Dendro application from Loma and Nahida, Yelan takes full ownership of the bloom reactions, so we're gonna build her with a full elemental mastery build to maximize the damage of every explosion. When it comes to Chongyun, in this setup his main role is to act as a cryo driver, constantly applying cryo to trigger a unique interaction called Freeze, which happens every time Dendro and cryo coexist on an enemy and Hydro is applied on them. Basically, if you apply Hydro on an enemy that is affected by both Cryo and Dendro, Freeze will always be triggered first. This reaction leaves some residual Hydro units that will react with Dendro to trigger Bloom, but the Dendro unit consumption will be reduced since only a little bit of the total applied Hydro units will react with Dendro. I know it's kind of tricky to understand, especially if you are a casual player, but this interaction has a series of benefits that I could actually explain in a Freeze dedicated guide that I could do, if you're interested in it. Shatter occurs when a blunt attack like a Claymore hit strikes a frozen enemy, breaking the freeze and dealing extra damage that scale with the elemental mastery and the level of the character that shatters the target. Because of this, I decided to give Chongyun's build a little twist. Instead of focusing on his cryo damage, which was going to be pretty low in this team anyway, he will be using a full elemental mastery build to maximize his shatter damage. This build and this whole team might be a little bit suboptimal to say the least, but we're here for the memes, right? Speaking about team building, Chongyun is using Male Flower and a full EM setup for stronger shatter hits, as I already said. I decided to bring Loma. Xingqiu's bloom damage applies Dendro off-field and lowers Dendro resistance. She's using a full deep wood memory set to lower Dendro resistance even further and her signature weapon to maximize bloom damage too. Since I own her C1, she's gonna act as a healer too. Nahida provides more off-field Dendro application, she carries the Favonius Codex to generate energy that Yelan is definitely going to need, and she also shares elemental mastery with the on-fielder character, which is Chongyun, buffing his shatter damage. Yelan is running a full elemental mastery build with a 4-piece Flower of Paradise Lost set. This is going to maximize her bloom damage output since she's gonna have a full ownership of every single reaction that is going to be triggered on this team. With LG 40 end, she gains energy recharge, elemental mastery and provides a team-wide elemental mastery buff, improving both bloom and shatter damage. Just make sure to meet her energy requirements because her burst is going to be key to make this team work efficiently. Overall, this Chongyun Shatterbloom team is more of a meme team than anything else, to be honest. It works around strange synergies that somehow work and have some kind of logic behind, but it really requires you to have a pretty invested account if you want to clear fast with it. Because of this, I wouldn't really recommend you to try this team to clear the abyss, not even in this one that is clearly shielded toward bloom reactions. There are so many teams that can perform way better and with lower investment. But if you want to try, feel free to do it, just don't expect anything too crazy from this. Moving on to the next team, we have this Permafreeze team built around Xingqiu as the on-field DPS. Yes, I know it sounds weird, but with Candace's Hydro Infusion and other team buffs, it actually works pretty well. Candace gives Xingqiu Hydro Infusion through her burst, letting him stay on-field and deal constant Hydro damage with his normal attacks. At the same time, she also buffs his normal attack damage, which scales really nicely with Xingqiu's own multipliers. Escoffier is here for several reasons. She has some decent off-field damage, she lowers both cryo and hydro resistances, provides healing, and thanks to her signature weapon she also buffs Xingqiu's attack. Furina ties everything together with her off-field personal damage and her burst team-wide person damage buffs, which are definitely going to be huge for her own personal damage, Escoffier's, and most importantly Xingqiu's. Taking a quick look at the builds, Xingqiu is using a 4-piece Marechaussee Hunter set. The idea is to take advantage of Furina's HP drain to consistently get the crit rate bonus from the set while also boosting his normal attack damage. He is also going to take full advantage from Mist Splitter's 3-stack passive thanks to Candace's Hydro Infusion, which allows him to deal elemental damage with his normal attacks. Candace is using a full HP build in order to maximize her normal attack buff, and she's also using a Favonius Lance in order to generate extra particles for the team. As I said before, Escoffier is running her signature weapon with a 4-piece golden troop set in order to push her personal damage to the sky while keeping those team buff active. And finally, Furina is also on Favonius Sword for more utility while using a 4-piece golden troop set in order to maximize her off-field hydro damage, which is definitely going to be pretty helpful. If I had to give you a little trick about this team, it would be that you should really seek to use Xingqiu's elemental skill after you had used his elemental burst. If you have his C4, it will increase its damage by 50%, which is quite a lot to be honest. This team is pretty much a pretty standard Escoffier team to be honest, though I must say that it's definitely not one of the most used ones. And putting character constellation to one side, because yes, I know that I have a C3 Furina and that she inflates character damage a lot and blah blah blah. I know when a team performs well and when a team is getting carried by my Furina, and I must tell you that this one feels pretty strong overall. When it comes to my recommendations about this team, even though it doesn't bring any lunar reaction units that could ease this run, I think that you could be able to replicate it. I don't know if my CD3 Furina is actually making the difference here, but to be honest, the team cleared quite fast anyway, so maybe a Furina with a lower investment can do the job here too. So yeah, go ahead, go give it a try. Now that we've gone over the team and the build section, let's jump straight into the run and see how the setup performs in action. But before we start, if you're enjoying the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel because it really helps me out quite a lot. This is my first time making a short guide like this, so any feedback or suggestions in the comments down below would mean the world to me. For real, they are super welcome this time around. And also don't forget to check out my socials down below if you want to stay updated or just want to hang out with the community that we've made so far. So with that being said, I'll let you watch the run comfortably. Thank you for watching, I'll see you on the next guide, and until then, remember to stay always Oni. Shimmy out!
Make yourselves at home! Quietly now, these are about to get... By the frost moon of old, lush as the moonlight.
Spirit Blade! Attack!
Commit it to memory! Grow! The Temple of Wisdom! Busted! Game's up! Time's over! With one heart, we pray. Receive my...
From whence you came, one with my blade!
This may pretty little. Gotcha! Sharing my knowledge! Here comes the catch! Busted! Here for the everlasting forest. Lush as the moonlight.
A touch of frost! Spirit Blade! Attack!
Grow! Gotcha! This may pretty little. Make yourselves at home! Game's up. Time's over. Quietly now.
Submit for judgment! Forth my blade!
Grow!
The light will never die!
Let my name echo in song! Up to the freezer! The pinnacle of excellence! Hear my prayer! Witness the power of Gua!
I stand against the long night and first darkness!
Fusion! Let the world collide! A burst of flavor! Grant us your blessing! Do your worst! Ring cutter! Know my sword! Adaptive from! Do your worst! Shower me with Hey! Share my knowledge! Gotcha! Things are about to get dicey. With one heart, we pray. Branch into...
From whence you came, swift and merciful!
The Temple of Wisdom!
my blade.
Gotcha. A little remove boosh. Here's on the loose. Strike a pose. Let my name echo it. We shall prevail. Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate. A burst of sleep. Let the world collide. Grant us your blessing. Rain cutter. Know my sword. Yield. Time to shine. Shower me with... Off to the breather. The pinnacle of excellence. Hear my prayer. Do your... Let me weave you a verse. Let the world collide. Strike a burst of flavor. We shall prevail. Ring cutter. Shower me with praise. Let my name echo in song. Goose on the loose. Grant us your blessing. You. Let me weave you a verse.
Everyone hold hands. Make yourselves at home.
For the everlasting forest. Lush as the moon. Here comes the catch. Busted.
Roll.
Submit for judgment. A touch of frost.
Gotcha.
Share the knowledge.
By the frost moon of old, branch into song. Things are about to get dicey.
Committed to memory.
Spirit blade. Attack. Forth, my blade.
This way further.
Quietly now.
Make yourselves at home.
Here comes the catch. Busted. Lush as the moonlight for the everlasting.
One. Use the force up.
Time to shine.
Warn you.
A dash of frosting. A burst of... Hear my prayer. Do your ring cutter. Know my sword. Bleed.
Strike a pose. Let my name echo in...
A little amuse bouche. Goose on the loose. We shall prevail. Witness the power of Gua. Huh?